So welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another Kim.
Yay!
And today we're going to talk about some games that we missed. Some games that we're trying to catch up on. Some it's been years, and some it's been about 8 months. And so I'm going to talk about my first game, and then we're going to go into Kim's game, and then we got one last game at the end. And I just started playing this the last week, and I got a copy of this 8 months ago. And it was here we go, I'll show it. I did an unboxing. It was Valkyria Chronicles 4. And Sega sent it over and said, "Do you want to do an unboxing?" I'm like, absolutely. And I admitted something to the audience at that point, that I got the first game back in the day, the original first game on the PS3, and I liked it, but I said I hadn't played a lot of it. Right. And it's because at that time in my life, there was a lot going on. I had the show going on, work stuff going on, podcasts, movies. It was mayhem.
You're a busy boy.
Busy, so I never got around to it as much as I think I should have. So I played a lot of the early levels in it, and I liked it, but it never, here's something else I gotta admit, it never clicked for me. I never quite understood, because I play a lot of strategy games, and it's kind of like I would move a character, but I could move them again, and I didn't understand that. I thought you moved it, you know, kind of like a Fire Emblem, you move a character.
I was just gonna say, just like
Fire Emblem, you kind of move a character, it stops.
Yeah.
But in here, you could keep on moving it.
So like a stop, go.
Yes,
right.
Totally type of thing. So I was even such a fan that I even bought the remastered version. I never took it out of the shrink wrap.
Oh, look at that.
And I gotta say, I love the art style.
Oh, yes.
And Kim bought me this book years ago. I remember I was having a really bad weekend, and we went into some anime store, and you're like, and I was looking at it, and you're like, "Oh, I want to buy that for you."
Yes.
And I'm like,
gorgeous book.
yeah, super gorgeous book. And the one thing you can say, look at this, that the artwork in Valkyria Chronicles is second to none.
Definitely.
It's great. So it has a great look, it has a great thing, but I couldn't get into the gameplay. That's the problem, it's a game. I started the last week, I started to play Valkyria Chronicles 4, and I've got something to say.
What's that?
I freaking love it. I was going to seriously swear, I absolutely love it. I was even up way late last night, just grinding, building up my forces, upgrading my equipment and things like that.
Okay.
I totally get it. I totally understand it. Yeah, I get it and how it works. What did you think of the game?
Well, I saw you started the other night, and I kind of felt like it was very much like a stop-go, like we were saying previously.
Yeah.
And the whole entire, you zoom in, and you're in the map, and you're with the people, and then you come back out, and you make your choice, and you go back into the map, and then you're back out. I felt, for myself,
kind of jarring?
Very jarring, but then again, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you, move past that, or did you get used to it?
Right, so I didn't like that as well at first. I hated it. At first, I was playing it, and I'm moving characters around, and then all of a sudden the enemies hit me, and I'm like, I didn't quite understand that I have multiple moves I can do. Okay. So yes, I did get used to it, and I started to get the picture. I realized I have a certain amount of movesets per round, but I can move all my guys, so I can spend all my time just moving one guy.
Oh.
Or I can move multiple people or nobody. You know what I mean? It's like, so I can pick and choose.
But you have a meter.
I have a meter basically at the top that goes down every time you do a movement with a character. So you can move a character and shoot, and then you can move that character again, or choose to move them once and then move another character, and then when that's over, that's the enemy phase.
Oh, okay.
But once you get it, it is awesome. And I was sitting there, oh my god, sniping people is one of my favorite things to do in that game. I absolutely love it. I love the combat, I like the music, I love the characters. I get it. And I think for a lot of people out there that may play this game, they may just pass on it. Go, I don't think it's for me. Give it some time. It's like I should have done with the original. I love this series now. I'm a huge mega fan. And it's 8 months later, that I'm finally getting to play it. And I'm addicted to it. And for me, this is an 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I love it. Because I like the graphics, I like the characters, I like the story. It's just really a beautiful thing. It's like a beautiful painting. The graphics of it all.
The graphics was breathtaking.
Yeah, really nice. And the character designs. I love this character designer. Awesome stuff. So, and sorry, I had to say my first bit. We and Kim had it worked out that I talked about this, and then we talked about her game. Yeah, for sure. Let us talk about Kim's game.
Dun, 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 dun. So I've been playing Trails of Cold Steel. So here we go.
This is the So
this is the
original PlayStation 3 version,
and they've done a remaster version,
Yes.
which is the one that I'm playing right now
on PS4. Yeah.
on the PS4. So the way how I feel about this game is it's very Persona-ish in
Yes.
a way. You know, you go to school, you meet some people. Even has some similar aspects, to be honest, like the days passing.
Oh right.
So you got some of that, but not as so hardcore where like if you do a couple of things and then it just stops.
Yeah.
So it's very quest oriented too. So you do a bunch of quests to gain different points and such. There's also the you create links between characters. So there's that, which helps. And again, that's very Persona-ish.
So how do the links work? What does that actually
So
do?
I'll talk about that later on.
Okay, yeah.
But you, when you like hang out with certain people, you create a link between them.
A social link type
A
of thing.
social link
Right.
to help you in battle, which I'll get to in a moment. But also, there's also answering questions.
Right.
So when you're in school and the teacher asks you something, you can gain an academic point.
So like
Very
Persona.
Persona, and I do like it. But there was a difference too,
Yes,
right? Just
yeah.
the different timeline too.
What is the story of this?
The story is that you're a young man and you come to a school. I think you're learning more about like war and tactics and stuff. There's a hierarchy, so you have like lords and ladies versus the common people.
Yeah.
And usually at school they're always separated. But for this
Segregated type of thing. Yeah.
Of course, right? I mean, they're wearing white coats and the regular common people are wearing green. But for your group, you're wearing red coats, and so the idea is to bring this type of class together and mix
Yeah.
the hierarchy with the lowerarchy and to work together.
Oh, as a team.
It's very team oriented. I mean, you have some people who don't like each other, who view that there is a difference, that we should keep it that way. So there's things like that.
Some of the characters don't get along because of that.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
I think they're better than the other characters.
Yeah, I mean, the downfall in this game so far is just there's so much talking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Kim. Every time I
God.
walk in the room, Kim is going, "Oh my god," because it's all text mostly.
It's text because, of course, I have it in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm reading, but it's like pointless talking. Like I don't need to hear about your food that you're eating and how yummy it is. I don't really care. I mean, the graphics look good.
Yeah.
But I don't really care about that. So that was my only real tidbit about it is
Yeah.
that there's just too much talking. Another thing is that when you're fighting monsters, when you finally get to the point of fighting monsters, you gain something called Sepith, which is something that you transfer into money. I don't see the point in this. I feel like I should just be able to collect money rather
That's
than
it? Yeah.
rather than take this, go to somebody, exchange it, and then have money.
Oh wow. What is even the point of that?
I don't know. Maybe there's something more along the game.
Yeah, right. Maybe later on for sure.
That I found kind of pointless.
Because you're like 20 hours in, is it?
About 20 hours.
Yeah. So it's at the beginning.
Yep. So what we were talking about before was the links. So you build links between your characters so that when you're actually fighting on the fields, you can connect with another character to come and help you while you're fighting.
Oh, right. Okay.
So like my main guy and one of the girls, say I get to do like a boost or something, I get to have an assistant and they can come in and they can hit the person.
Right.
But if you get something called like a bravery point, if you get three bravery points,
Yeah.
you get to do a move together.
Oh, like a combo attack.
A combo attack.
Right.
Sorry, so you get that. So you get special moves, and then you get like your own special move that you gain further on down the road.
Yeah.
Which I do like. So something different about these special moves is that you can do it at any time once you have enough EP.
Right.
So once you got that, if you're in the middle of a fight and it's not your character's turn, you can still do this move.
Okay, right.
So that was a real.
Can you just kind of build it up and hold on to it?
Yes.
Right.
But usually, in other games, you have to wait until it's your turn to do this
Right,
move.
right.
So I gotta admit, so far I'm really enjoying the game.
Yeah.
There's one thing that we've learned is that you can do a turbo mode.
Oh, yes.
To make it go faster, because when you were just doing at regular speed, oh my goodness, it is slow. It is super slow.
Just for the character running around and
Yes.
combat and stuff like that. So I just want to say this for a humorous bit. I am always coming in the room and all the characters are like jumping.
They're, like, jarring really
they're
fast.
like moving really fast. And I'm like, what's going on? You're like, oh, you got it in turbo. So
Yes.
she's continuously in turbo. She's running around super fast, combat super
gosh.
fast. It's really funny.
At first I kind of thought, oh gosh, this looks really weird. Like their breathing just looks so
The
weird.
monster's pulsating so
Oh
fast.
my gosh, but when I
Yeah.
went back to like regular mode, like Yep, this is why you need Turbo. It's just so slow without it.
Yeah, I gotta say, so
Yeah.
years ago, everybody was like, John, you gotta get this game, you gotta get this game.
Oh.
It's when it was on the PS3. And I'm like, so I bought it, and I get less. Never opened it. Never got to it. And then, so we got this game. It is the PS4 version. It's a remastered version of the very first game. We have to say that.
Yes.
And I'll say this much. I want to say my little piece on it.
Okay.
There's been so much hype towards this game. It's a Falcom game. Falcom's a company I like. They do the E series. And so I was like, okay, I think it's an okay RPG. I don't think it's super special. I think maybe, and the future ones maybe. But it's a very average RPG. I think
was gonna say the
it's a very
same.
like I think there's a lot of love for this series, and I get it.
Yeah.
But for right now the graphics are averagely okay.
Yeah.
The characters seem cool. It's got an okay story. I got no complaints.
No.
But it's I think there was so much hype.
Yeah.
I was going into it. I was like, oh, okay, my God, we're finally playing. I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just a very average, cool, okay role-playing game.
I mean, it's something that I'll definitely finish, and I'm gonna be happy to add that to my collection of things.
Yeah.
But things like Persona and like Dragon Quest, obviously, those are on my top shelves. This one, I don't know.
It's okay. It's not
okay.
bad. It's not bad.
But I think they did a good job. I really do. They have their own special techniques, like doing the special moves and things like that during combat. So
Yeah.
so far, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
So I'm happy that we're tackling it. Though.
Yes.
That you're tackling it. I
Oh,
get to
yeah.
watch. So that's the kind of fun thing. The final game to talk about is Fate Extella Link. And this is by Exceed as well. And they sent a review code over, and I never got a chance to get it out for the embargo. I was way too busy. And so I started playing it. And it's okay. Yeah. It's all right. It's fun. It's a Muso game where you're just fighting wave after wave of enemies.
I noticed
and
that. It looks pretty though.
It's a pretty looking game.
It's a pretty looking game.
Yeah, it's got a nice intro. The character designs are nice. You got no
yes.
problem there.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of an interesting story. You know, you got your servants and all of that, and it's fine. But the core gameplay is you versus hundreds of enemies with a sword over and over. You're blashing them and doing special moves on them. It's flashy. It's nice looking.
Yeah.
But I've been there so much with these style of games that I think it's okay. This is like one of a series of games.
Is it really?
There's been a few of them.
Oh, okay.
For sure. So, and I think there's a bit of a fan following, and I just like for the Dynasty Warrior games or any of those style of games, there's a huge fan following for them. And I maybe think that these games are something I kind of play and I kind of just get in, I play a little bit and then I get out and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not a lover of these games.
No.
I'm not a hater, but they're okay. They're kind of average for me. They're not the kind of game I'm like, oh my God, a new Muso game. I gotta definitely buy this. So it was interesting to play. I wanted to get it out of my system by giving it a go and try it out. So that's my mini review on that. It's not too crazy, but I think we can definitely say that Valkyria Chronicles 4 deserves a second chance like I'm giving it. I never gave the first game a real good chance, and the other two games are on PSP, but it's so nice to revisit it and to understand. I know it sounds so dumb. I understand how to play it now, and I totally get it.
That's
and
important.
No, it is. I didn't quite understand. I was understanding it from a certain kind of strategy style way.
Yeah.
So I'm having fun. I'm having a great amount of fun with it, and you're enjoying Trails of Cold Steel.
I am, yeah.
So that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many hours. I supposedly you can spend a lot of hours on this.
Really?
Yeah, like a ton load.
I mean, you got the grind aspect, which is always fun, right?
Yeah,
So,
but I wonder with the turbo mode if it'll just diminish the length of the game now.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, because when I'm out of turbo mode, it takes a lot longer to fight the guys. So.
You know, that'd be an interesting thing, because there's always difficulty modes in games. It'd be interesting in an RPG if the easy mode just gave you a speed up mode. So you can speed up combat, things like that, so you can get through the game faster? I don't know.
You can skip.
Yeah.
So when you fight and you want to do a special move, you can skip in this game.
You skip the combat?
Not completely, but you hit them in before you do your special move instead of going through the whole theatrics of it all.
Yeah.
You can just skip it.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
So again, this game you can really speed through it.
Yeah, so it's good for that style of thing. So that's why we'll probably get through it in a faster way and all of that. So guys, we're just going to come in and talk about some games we've missed. Some games from 4 years ago that have remasters. Some games from 8 months ago. And a game that just came out maybe around 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So anyways, guys, until next time.